What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and been thinking a lot in the last 24 hours since I made my last video, and I have to say, I'm officially at the point where I'm kind of pissed. I think that the Black Panther package is absolute garbage. I'm really mad at myself for buying it. I'm mad at them for making it so hidden, like everything about it so hidden. And I think it is an absolute joke of an update. I think the value is terrible. Everything about it is just the worst. And I can't even believe that this is the direction they went. Everything that they did in this update is to drive you to spend not just money, but an obnoxious amount of money. And it's really disheartening because I almost feel like I'm ready to just kind of be done with free to play games in general. Um, because it's just annoying. It's I don't mind actually paying money for things. I just want to feel like what I'm paying for is fair and value, you know? And this is not. And I'll get into that in a second. But first, I worked really hard so that I can tier 2 Black Panther. Yesterday, I did the extreme match. And actually, I'll get into that in a second. I'm doing it naturally. So there we go. We have Black Panther at tier 2. I'll go ahead and share that with my peeps. So there is Black Panther tier 2 with his costume. So let's go ahead and take some of that cash money back that we just spent. It's funny that they make you spend 250,000, or no, I'm sorry, it's 2.5 million. Never mind. I mean, at least you get some of it back, but still. So Black Panther is tier 2. Not really a character I was in a hurry to do, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to start building up his biometrics again anyway, but that's another story for another minute. Another character, right here. We're actually going to use one of my tier 2 advancement tickets. I have 2 of them on Cyclops. So we've actually taken 2 characters to tier 2 today that I've been working really long and hard on. So Cyclops and Black Panther are tier 2. I have another character that is almost ready for tier 2, but I'm still going to do her naturally, and that is X23. I used the processor a couple times and got a couple more biometrics, so I'm 2 biometrics away, and so I feel like the next time I build up my antimatter, I'll do another couple runs through the processor. I should hopefully get 2 more of her biometrics shortly. By the time I do, I should have the Phoenix feathers necessary to take her to tier 2. I did actually bring Cable to 4 stars. I'm not building him up right now, like XP wise. I just wanted to take him to 4 stars. Otherwise, I would have had the Phoenix feathers. I didn't realize that the processor would actually. I did it on a whim, and I got a couple of her biometrics, so I was like, alright, well, let me do these a couple more times. So there we are. But yeah, man, I cannot tell people enough to avoid. I can't even look at it anymore. You have to avoid the extreme package, okay? So I've been following on Reddit, which again, you take a little bit of it with a grain of salt, but I can't even see what the rewards are for these because I haven't beaten the hunt yet, alright, on Extreme. There are people that are claiming to have maxed out Black Panther that are not even able to beat it in the time limit, okay? But when you go in here, so in order to get this, you have to just beat it with the mythic costume. So the mythic costume, I have been leveling, and I'm actually, I think I'm at like 67%. So that's fine. I don't mind having him level up the costume, but it's gonna take like 480 something biometrics to actually get that. So not only do you have to beat it on extreme mode, but you have to do that. all this other stuff, fine, whatever. I mean, they promise you 600 crystals back, and some of them are there. Alright? You still have to beat the Shuri level and the Killmonger level, okay? And I don't even know what those are going to be all about. And on top of that, like, I don't know what's in there. There's supposed to be some CTPs, and I don't believe you actually get them for beating the regular levels. That's ridiculous, for those modes are hidden behind a 5,500 crystal package. It's $50, okay? $50. And you expect when you buy these things, like, you can only use other events that they've done that are similar as an example, right? So, yeah, those CTPs are hidden back there. I don't know how complicated it's going to be to beat those, but I do know that the hunt, this is so hard. Like, and I'm okay with them putting out this extreme mode, but the extreme mode should give you rewards like World Boss Ultimate, okay? You shouldn't be hiding the stuff that we paid for behind this game mode, alright? If you wanted to, I'm all for them having more challenging stuff, and that's fine. But, like, these rewards right here, like, these should be the rewards. Extreme Obelisk, clear within 120 seconds. I don't know how that's possible. You know, Comic Card Chest, Mythic #1. So, you know, clear without being attacked more than 10 times. I don't know how that's possible. Like, and I'm thinking about having, like, even my Nova. I don't even know if my Nova could do that, you know? And my Nova's pretty strong. I really think it's a bad look to have this hidden behind here and the 2 CTPs hidden behind here. It's really, 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 really dumb, because not only do people have to, you know, in order to even get those rewards, they have to build up Killmonger's costume and Shuri's costume all the way to Mythic, okay? Shuri, alright, whatever, she uses regular bios. You know, you can get those for rewards from Shadowlands. Just play the slow game, no big deal. But Killmonger, you can only get his biometrics from the daily bios subscription, right? And I used the 6-star rank up ticket that I was holding on to, so I was fine with that to get him to 6 stars. I don't need all those bios for that, but it's going to take, like, if you just did the daily bios, you're going to be waiting for, like, 3 months just to rank him up to Mythic, okay? And that's if that's the only investment that you make. So, it's just shitty. Like, if you're going to have those kind of rewards, put them behind the standard levels, okay? Let people get them that way. I don't have a problem with people having to earn them, and I also don't have a problem with having rewards, higher tiered rewards. Like, I can go into here and I could do the normal legendary battles. So I didn't do this yesterday. We'll do this here. Alright. We'll do the hunt, and I'll get a mythic box out of this. Alright. I have no problem doing it. But this battle is longer than I thought, because I thought you just had to beat Ulysses Claw the first run through. There's actually a second part to the battle. So I don't understand. Well, I do understand. They're player based, and I was not one of the people that was, like, as, you know, ardent about, you know, complaining about it. All right, like, I understand that I have. It's not as big of a deal to me, like, as far as, like, some of the microtransactions are concerned. Like, I don't love it, but at the same time, it's not like the end of the world. Okay, so we beat this. He gets in the car, and then he comes back. Alright, so this is actually really easy now that I have him tier 2 on this version of the game mode, right? But when you factor in, yeah, he's going to call in, like, all of his buddies. So you basically have to go to the corner. So it's good, because I think a lot of people were looking for something a little bit more challenging, you know? Like, I sit here and I talk about going into doing the Hulk cinematic battle, and I could beat it in less than 10 seconds. You know, um, I just think it's a bad move. It really truly to me is a bad move, and I got gold. You know, I I think I'm probably one of the more lax people, like I was starting to say, when it comes to microtransactions. You know, I have no problem doing them. I have no problem, supporting the studio, stuff like that. But you have to earn my money. You have to make me feel like I'm getting something that's fair. And I no longer feel like that's the case with this game. And I'm not going to stop playing it, but I am going to move more to, not necessarily completely free to play. I'll still do like the monthly bios and stuff like that. But I just can't justify. I can't justify. I was looking at my new Zuckus figure I got last night, and knowing that I just got the Dengar figures sent in the mail, and those are $200, and I'm like, anytime I make one of those purchases, I sit there and I think about it, and I agonize over it, and then like 2 weeks will go by, and I still haven't pre-ordered over it. Like, I, with no thoughts or reservations, have said, oh, I need this in this game. And I'm the type of person that I guess that they prey on, and I know that you guys are probably feeling no sympathy for me, and that's fine. That's not what I'm asking for. The reason I'm making a big deal about it is because it's not right. It's not right. Like, there's a trust level. This is a cell phone game, okay? Like, it's not even a serious game. Like, I had to remind myself, I play this game for when I take a poop, Like, this is meant for sitting around and not being around my console, not sitting around on it all day and playing it, which, it's a fun game. Like, I think that's actually the ultimate compliment for a free-to-play mobile game, that you want to just sit and play it all the time. Like, that's actually great, but, like, I understand what people are saying about wanting new game modes and stuff. I think this, for me, was good enough. I mean, it's not like a new game mode, but it's definitely something a little bit fresh and a little bit new, and it's a different style of doing the battles. I mean, it's just one of those things where I understand truly where people are coming from a little bit more now. The boycott makes way more sense, even though I still think that the loot boxes are really not the biggest deal. I mean, it certainly helped me quite a bit. It put me at a really big head start, having bought like as much as I did of them when they were, when the Universal ones were out. I mean, I got a ton of characters at pretty high levels because of it. So, I don't. Again, I'm not asking for anybody to feel bad for me at all. I would rather be the one. I'm glad that I was the guinea pig, okay? I'm glad I was the one that spent the money and did it so that you guys didn't have to feel the way that I kind of do right now. Actually, I'm just gonna... Like, I really feel like I was taken advantage of because they didn't include any of the details in the patch notes. Like, it's one thing to say, hey, this is what it is. I just really feel like they went the scummy route and they hid details. And I don't know how Marvel Games is allowing this. It gives them a bad name. But, like, I just don't want to... I don't want to invest in the game anymore. I honestly... I invested way too much already. I concede to that. I'm also fine with that. But, like, now I'm at a point where it's not... They're not doing right by us. And that's not acceptable to me. Like, it's just not. And I mean, I don't even care about the... Like, I honestly want the card more than anything. And the card isn't even really anything special from what I understand. But you can't do that, There's a lot of trust that goes into, us supporting these games at such a high premium. And if you can't make me feel like what I'm buying is worth my money, I'm just not going to do it. And that's me going in circles at this point where I'm at. I mean, gold, great, but, like, give me something else to work with here. Like, even these boxes are Luke Cage. I got 4 Luke Cage biometrics. Not Killmonger biometrics. You know, not Shuri biometrics. Not Claw biometrics. I got fucking Luke Cage biometrics. Like, what is that? I just don't understand. I really don't. I'm going to help finish this off for him. Actually, let's enter. Oh, man. Alright, so you guys have been asking if I would do Shadowlands. I'm not going to do it in this video. Because we're already at 16 minutes. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe later this afternoon. I just don't feel like going through the time of these. Maybe later this afternoon, I will, I'll do one of them. Oh, inventory's full. Maybe I'll try to figure out if I can live stream it, you know? Did I get anything special? No. I feel like people are kind of with me on this, or I'm with you people on this. I just don't feel good about it, you know? Like, I would never want, like, and here's another thing, okay? They released, not only did they release Killmonger, alright, as a bio subscription, they released a comic version, quote-unquote, of Killmonger, and a costume. Like, nobody cares, and the same thing with Shuri. Nobody cares about these comic versions. Like, everything is driven by not just making money, which I do not hold against them for wanting to find ways to get people to spend money, but I do hold against them, you know, doing it at the doing it. It's one thing to, like, try to encourage people to spend money. It's another thing to make people feel like the only way they can do it is to spend money, and to make it extremely expensive to get where you need to go. Like, it's just, it's stupid, you know? And I don't want to do it anymore. I can't. And it's obviously going to be an adjustment for me. I'm going to have to be more patient. And that's really what it comes down to, is it's a lack of patience on my end. I'm just going to... I think I've done pretty well. You know, I didn't use any of the Tier 2 tickets I earned on, you know, X23, because I know that she's right there about to do it. You know, I still have one now. I could Tier 2 her right now. I did the same thing with Red Hulk. I waited on Red Hulk. You know, same thing with Black Panther. I waited. I didn't wait on Cyclops because I just felt like I wanted to get him there right away. I didn't want to build up another 150 bios for him, which is going to take a couple weeks. And I feel like that's a character to use a Tier 2 ticket on. I understand you guys probably feel like somebody like Gwenpool or Luna Snow or Enchantress. My other Tier 2 ticket I'm saving for Spider-Man 2099. I should possibly be able to get him tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Saturday. Using the bio selector. Obviously Killmonger, I'm going to use the Tier 2 ticket on. You know, and that's another thing. Go into the store. They're highlighting these consumables. So I have 100 of these Black Panther tokens, and you need 400 to get this mega Tier 2 ticket, okay? That's like $400 or more. That's insane. Like, oh, great reward. Here's a mega Tier 2 ticket if you spend $400 in the next 7 days. Unreal. Unreal. Like, oh, here. Of course, you've got your mega mythic ticket, alright? So somebody's going to have to spend... Some people are going to feel like they need to spend $40 on this ticket. And sure, you get 2,500 crystals. And that's going to be the only way some people are going to get Killmonger up to, you know, your mythic level of uniform, you know? I mean, I've been working on Black Panther. I have him at 68%. And I've also been working on Hulk. I've got him at 62%. Yesterday, I did get Loki, his costume, up to Mythic. So, I got him to Mythic. I had enough. I had been saving his biometrics. I actually ran a couple... oh, actually, I meant to help him here. Good thing I remembered to come back. I got his comic card, so, you know, I completed that comic card set. That's my first set that I've completed. You know, I don't really know what more they can do for game modes. I know everybody wants something new to do, but other than adding, you know, chapters, I don't know what other game modes there are, you know? It's going to be reskinning of a lot of things they already do. I don't like complaining, I really don't. But one thing that does kind of make me laugh a little bit, though, is somebody was... When I mistakenly said that the Black Panther package, Extreme package, was going to be 6,600 crystals. And somebody correctly called me out on that not being accurate. But then made a huge deal about people, you know, possibly not buying it because I was giving bad information. Well, I hope they possibly didn't buy it for me giving bad information, because me giving the right information, not much better. I mean, I'm just kind of going in circles at this point, and I know it. And I don't know. I understand that some of you are probably going to, you know, call me out or whatever. That's fine. I'll eat it. I'll own it. Again, my stance is I don't mind paying money. Just make me feel like it's worth it. And the reason I'm mad is because this is not worth it. I feel like that should make sense. You know, I don't feel like whatsoever that what they've put out is a value product. The product is not, it's just not worth the money. And it's not because the game mode is hard. It's really and truly because that game mode should exist, okay? The Black Panther Extreme. And being able to access it by only having the costume is fine. The rewards that you get, like, you should get an Extreme Mythic box. And it should be better than just, you know, 30,000 gold or 4 Luke Cage, you know, biometrics. You know, that loot box, when you beat it, should be more valuable. That should have been the point of unlocking the Extreme mode, you know, not getting the actual rewards that you were counting on getting, you know, when you bought it. That to me is where they've gone wrong. And I can appreciate that it seems as though, and I don't know because I haven't even beaten the Extreme, and I'm not going to try right now, but I understand that, I don't know, man, like, I don't know if I can even beat that Extreme mode just to get my comic card and just to unlock the other 2 battles. And the other 2 battles might be easier in Extreme mode than the first one. I mean, the first one is definitely tough. You know, even in normal mode, it's taken me a full minute to beat it. Extreme mode... Is Extreme mode really 4 or 5 times harder? I guess it is. I don't know. I guess nothing makes me feel better than beating Squirrel Girl up at the end, but... I think you guys are probably with me on this. I know in the comment section yesterday, some of you guys were. So, I mean, I guess that kind of makes me feel better about it, in a way. But, I mean, ultimately, So much energy. Ultimately, what do we got here? Yay, 5 clear tickets. Ultimately, I don't know. It needs to be said. As many people that can say it need to say it. This is not an overreaction. That, like, just the base package of $50 for a costume, and then a bunch of stuff that some people may never be able to get, you know? Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to beat Extreme Mode. Maybe I will. Black Panther, even at Tier 2, not really completely leveled up. Like, my Black Panther's not, like, leveled up. I mean, I still got a long way to go. I got to put Uru in all of 4 slots. You know, I'm only, like, level 3 on most of his stuff here. You know, my Black, I do have Power of Angry Hulk on him. I mean, not the best stuff for his ISO 8. And sure, I could probably get him a better Obelisk. And, you know, his costume is obviously going to get better. But, I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Like, I just don't... I don't understand how you can be that level of greedy, you know? It's one thing to try to create a package that people want to buy because they feel like it's valuable. It's another thing for people to feel resigned, like, to buy it and to scam people into buying it by not letting them know the actual details of the package. You click on the package and it just brings you to the Black Panther Extreme section. It doesn't actually break down what everything is and how you acquire it. That's garbage. That's unacceptable. So, again, I know I'm going in circles. I've made my point. I've said what I want to say. I'm glad I got Black Panther and Cyclops, the Tier 2 today. I'm going to work on the rest of them. The X-Men, I'm pretty close with Rogue and Storm, and that'll get me Jean Grey. You know, that's a thing right there, you know? Like, Cyclops, 6,600 crystals. I think it's expensive, but what you get out of it feels fair. Like, for the most part, it really does feel fair. I mean, it's still really expensive. I mean, those things should not... Like, I remember Marvel Heroes Omega, people flipped out over $20 character packs. Where are you people at now? Like, with this game. You know, yeah, you can get a lot of this stuff for free. You could do the same thing in Marvel Heroes Omega. But, like, a $20 character pack, you got the character, you got a costume, you got a couple boosts and a couple other things. And that's so much better, like, so much fairer than essentially a $50 package for a costume. And even the stuff that you get behind that, like the card and the CTPs, I mean, come on. That's not value. That's awful. So, I mean, I can't. I'm done. Maybe I'll do something with Shadowlands later. If not this week, I'll definitely do it next week. I appreciate your patience there. I understand you want to see it. When I do it, just understand I'm not a pro at all. I'm definitely going to make mistakes. I'm going to try things, and it is what it is. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry if anybody bought this and is feeling what the buyer's remorse that I'm feeling now. I do feel like it was very disingenuous. So yeah, shame on Netmarble.